How to create a website with card.co. Let's get to it. What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is David and I'm going to instruct you from step 1 to step done on how to create a beautiful, responsive website with card.co. What card.co is a very creative page builder that focuses on creating one-page websites. One page as in one page, not two, not three, one page. So whether you've been looking to create a lovely About Me website, or maybe you want to create some long dedicated resource page that you can link to from, say, your YouTube videos or your Instagram bio, or perhaps you want to create like an email opt-in form for like Mamecheap or ConvertKit, card.co can do all of these things. Now in this tutorial video, I'm going to walk you through step 1 to step done. And so what that means is we're going to get a custom domain name at Namecheap, then we're going to set up name servers to connect Namecheap to card.co, and then we're going to design our website. Like always, check the links in the description for timestamps and resources mentioned in this video. So let's begin. Welcome to Namecheap.com. So beginners are often more familiar with GoDaddy for domain name registration, but I personally use and recommend Namecheap because they have lower prices when compared with other domain name registrars. So to get started, it's very simple. You just come to this search bar and you type in the domain name that you want to register. So I'll type in something like my super amazing websites.com. Okay, let's search and see if this is available. Okay, so my super amazing website.com is available, and so I can go ahead and just click the add to cart button. Now if your domain name is not available, that means you have to come up with something else. So just come up with something until you're able to register your domain name of choice. Anyways, I'll click the add to cart button. Okay, item has been added to my cart, and now let's click the checkout button here. And that is basically it. So this domain name registration page, you can register a domain name for 1 year, up to 9 years in advance. Auto renew on or off, it's up to you. And that's it. And so then just go ahead and click confirm order and then create your Namecheap account, and that is it. And so you just registered a domain name. Welcome to card.co. So this is card.co. This is their one-page website that's beautifully designed. Now to get started with Card, it's very easy. You have two options. You can either choose a starting point, or you can click the log in. Now if you click on the choose a starting point, you're able to edit any template for free without having to sign in, etc. And I think that's really nice because you can just jump in and try Card and see if you like it. So let me go ahead and click select for this Jane D template. Now the issue is you're able to then edit the template, but like when you come up here to save, then you're gonna have to sign in anyways. And also if we click on starting point again and navigate to one of these pro templates, for example, if I click on this, then it gives us a call to action to sign up, and then we can start a free trial for 7 days. And so the advantage of signing up with Card is that you can sign up for free. You don't have to pay, no credit card, no PayPal. You can just 7 days, you get to try all the features of Card. That's why you want to create an account and sign in, because you can set up a custom domain name. You get access to all these site icons, advanced forms, etc. Because if you're just on this, you are going to be limited as to what you can add. For example, like I can't add widgets, I can't add forms, I can't embed. And then it says available with Pro, click to learn more. Basically everything is geared towards just getting you to log in. So just go to the login page, click the sign up form, and then just create an account, and then continue on with the tutorial. Welcome to my dashboard for Card. So I'm assuming that you signed up, you create an account, and that you started your 7-day free trial. So let's get started. Now, I just want to give you a quick broad overview of Card and basically all the different templates and what I would kind of recommend for what specific topic. So let's get started. So these first two look fantastic for a simple About Me style website. I really like this one. This is a great example of a kind of a longer template, longer page template that you could design. Like I would use something like this to either have it as a personal portfolio or About Me website, or I would even maybe just create like my favorite resources, kind of like make your own version of Kit. You know, a Kit is for like YouTubers, where you can showcase your favorite camera and your gear, courses, etc. And just link to it from, say, like your YouTube video description. That's something that you could potentially do. Something like this is just a great, simple About Me website, like just nice little card. We have your main social media links. This would be perfect to link to from, say, Instagram, to help people learn more about you. Let's continue on. Now, my personal favorite is right down over here. I really am impressed by this template, and I can show you how to design this template too, which I'll get to later in this tutorial video. But I like this because you click these different buttons And I like that this layout changes. And you're like, well, I thought it was only one page. But what's cool is that these are actually anchor links and that the page sections are just hidden. And so I really like the way that is laid out. Now, Card also does come with specific like email opt-in forms, for example. So if you're using Mamecheap or ConvertKit and you just, those already come with fantastic email templates in my opinion. So I don't really think this is the selling point for Card. But you do have this option because with a paid plan, you do get the ability to have multiple websites within your Card account. So hey, if you're signed up to like Mamecheap or ConvertKit, Aweber, etc., and you want to have a nice, beautiful template, a landing page for your website, YouTube, social media profiles, Card is great. It's a great little option. And so that is broadly speaking what you can do. You can create a nice, simple one-page About Me website that's nice and short and to the point. You could create something a little bit longer and more detailed. You can create something that looks a little bit more impressive and creative with the way it's laid out. And you can also just take advantage of having a simple contact page, or you could just have an email opt-in form. Click here to subscribe, whatever you want to do. So those are all the different templates that you can take advantage of with Card. And lastly, they also have the blank canvas. And so the blank canvas is a little bit tricky to get to because you literally have to click this right here, and it's not really a strong indication that you can click it, but the blank canvas is right here, and you can completely build your own website from scratch using Card. All right, let's build our own Card website from scratch. Now, the goal of this section of the tutorial is really just to show you how Card works, so then you can quickly and easily jump into any template and you know how to edit effectively and easily. So let's begin. So first off, it says nothing here yet. So that's text. The only thing that we have right now is text. And so to change text, you just click it, and then you can come up here and you can add in what you want. And so if, for example, if I'm going to make a personal website, I'll call it my name. Okay, so there we go. Now if I want to have I want that bold, so you have to pay attention. So the markdown languages are right here. So literally, if you want to bold it, it says you have to put 2 stars next to it like that, and then now it's bolded. Okay, and so now we can click on done. And now you're like, well, that's nice, but how do you make the text bigger? Okay, so click it again. Up top there, you have a couple different options. So under the paintbrush, you can change the color, you can change the font, you can change the size, width, line spacing, margins, appearance, alignments. You get a drop shadow. You get a lot of features with this. So let me go ahead and increase the size. Let me make it like really, that's a little bit too big. Okay, we'll make it like that. Okay, and then let me come down here and let me see where where's that drop shadow? Let me go ahead and click that, and we can add in a little drop shadow like that. And that is looking good. Okay, so I'll click done. Okay, so now I have my name there. And so how do I add other things? How do I change this grayish background? To change the background is easy. You just click anywhere on the background, and then the element comes up so you can edit it. And so now you have the option to have a video if you want, a color, gradient, etc. So let me go ahead and click on image. And so if I click on, we'll upload my own custom image. Your image has to be 2 megabytes, so it can't be a massive image. So I'll just open this one up, and then we'll set this as the background image like this. So just do that. Let me click on accept, and there we go. And so I'm not really liking the way that's looking. So let me come back, and I'll come back to color. Okay, so you can play around with that as you like, but you have different options to embed videos, a gradient, and a color. So gradient would be like this, video obviously. Now let me go back to color, and you have your option to add patterns too. So I can add like noise, or I can add square grid, or diamond, or vertical lines, or diagonal lines. Okay, and then let me reduce the diagonal lines like that, or maybe make the diagonal lines bigger. I can keep it like that if I want, and let me change this to a nice white color. Okay, so there we go. So that's how you can change the background quickly and easily. Now let me click on this plus sign. This plus sign is where you can start adding in things easily. So if I want to add in an image, and then we'll click on upload, and then let me go and click a picture of myself. Okay, we'll take that one. Let me just quickly adjust that. Click accept. Great. Now we have alt text optional if you want it. Link to URL, that's optional. I would come under paintbrush, and then we can change the width. I can make it really big if I want, or if I can make it really small, we'll make it relatively small. Now the shape, I can change it to whatever I want. So if I want to make it a circle, great, done. Okay, that looks good. Now how do I move that? How do I get that up? You drag and drop. It's that simple. And there we go. Okay, so now it's starting to come together a little bit, where we have our image of ourselves, maybe a name. Let me go ahead and click on the plus sign and click on text. Okay, so now the text is right there. How do I adjust the text? Again, make sure to select the A, delete the text, then you can write in whatever you want. Now, obviously your eyes should be over on this box. Do not be staring at this because it will get confusing. And so this text is way too big. So let's go to the paintbrush and let's click the size and let's make this into a reasonably small paragraph. There we go. And so the effects are still taking place on this one. So do you want the drop down? Do you want the drop shadow? And so it's like, maybe I don't want the drop shadow. So I could get rid of that and I could just get rid of it altogether. It's like no drop shadow for that. I just want the title. Okay, and then let me come to appearance. We got lowercase, uppercase, alignment. Let me come up here to the weights and let's make that a little bit heavier so it's a little bit easier to read. Let's just pinch more. Okay, that's all right. That looks good. Now I don't like that it's pushing that down. So now I want to change the grid size of this. So here we go. I just selected the grid. Okay, so I'm just clicking around. Like this is selecting the image up top there. That's selecting the title, that. Okay, now I'm selecting the entire grid section. So I can make this wider if I want. So you can make it really wide if you want, or really narrow. It's really up to you. There's no right answer. It's just how you want to structure it. I'm gonna leave it a little bit wider like that. And let me click on done. Okay, so now we have a nice image. We have our name. We have like a little description of ourselves. And so why don't I go ahead and add in some buttons, for example, or maybe a separator. So we got that. And so let me go ahead and click on a divider, and let me minimize this divider like that so it's not too wide. So that could be a little bit distracting looking at that with the links going on there. So maybe that's not such a good idea. So how do I get rid of something? Let me go ahead and click done. To get rid of something, click it. And then right here is the trash icon, so you can delete that element. Now let me click on plus and let me click on icons. Icons are really helpful and you get a ton of icons with cards. So let's just come down there. So we have email. And so come down here, we have different symbols that we can have. Literally look at that: fax, location, PDF, calendar, apparel, plane, globe, check, whatever you want. Then you have specific navigation. So if you want to have an anchor link on the page and have someone click like the down arrow and then it navigates them to the specific down section, or you could just keep going on and find your specific social media links that you want. And so if you want to add in like YouTube, like for example, add in YouTube right there. If I want to do that, that's fine. And then you could just find whatever social media links you want to add. You can do that. So I'll add YouTube. Okay. And so we have YouTube, and I can change the URL. So I'll just link to youtube.com. Okay. But obviously if you want to link to your specific URL, you can just go ahead and do that. And there we go. And so I want to add in another link. Okay. So maybe email. Email is okay. But maybe I want to make this into, we'll say like Instagram. Okay, so now you have to come down, if it's alphabetical order. Okay, so let's like take a look. Instagram, where is Instagram? Right there. Okay, good. We'll click on path is not domain. We'll just make this Instagram, instagram.com. And then we'll click on done. Okay, there we go. And so you want to add more? Easy. And so we just come down here, we'll click on add again, and then we have email. All right, that's looking good to me. And then right here is where you can change the URL of where you want your emails to go to. So URL path, so just link to your email client as appropriate if you want to go that route. So I'll just click that. I'll click done. There we go. Now let's go ahead and add in some buttons, because that would make a lot of sense, right? So let me go ahead and click on a button there, and we click on add, and let me click on minimize that and click add again. Okay, so I like that. I'll leave it just like that. Let me click on done. So now we have our title there. We have 3 buttons there. And so how do you adjust the buttons? Easy. So we'll come up here. And so say if I wanted this to be, we'll say courses. If I want that to be courses, and then we'll just click on done. Okay, and then go through each one of these individually and add it as you want. So maybe I'll make this one resources, and we'll click on done. And for this last one, all right, let's minimize this. Okay, and then we can just link to something else that we want to link to. And so if I want to link to like I'll link to Website Creative Pro, just leave it like that, and I can just click done. Okay, and so I can link to my courses, resources, Website Creative Pro, whatever it is I want to do. Now, what I really like about Card is that you can add in, make these their own individual sections. So how do you do that? Okay, so it begins with the plus sign. Then you have to go to this thing right here that says control. Okay, hashtag control. So we click on control. Now we're creating a page section, and this is the anchor link for the page section. So I'm going to change this and make it courses. Okay, and now I'll click on done. Now, how do I add things to the courses? We have to click on the plus sign again. Next you need to go to container. Okay, so the container is your text area. Here you have different columns that you can add in. So if you want to make the left column, say like if I want to make the keep clicking everything. So I'll make this like 40, for example, and that makes this image, this box smaller than this box. And so this is nice because what you could do, like in the previous template I showed you in the previous section, you can have like an image over here, then you can have text over there. If you want to go that route, you can do something like that, or you could just come up here and click on default and just leave it as is. And so again, to change the width, you can just come up here to the paintbrush and adjust the width as needed. So anyways, let me click on done. Now we can add things to this section. The reason you have to add a container is because if you click the plus sign, you click any of these items, they're automatically going to populate in this top section right there. So anyways, let me go ahead, click on the plus sign up top there. Let me X out of that. Click the plus sign again, and we'll just say I want to copy this. Okay, maybe I want to have a duplicate of this. Boom, and then I just want to move this down there right here. We'll leave it there. And so maybe I don't want to say my name anymore. So we'll click A. And I want this to say, we'll say courses. Okay, so when people click on it, they know where they are. So courses, and we'll click on done. Okay, so now we can click on plus and then click on text again and then go through the same process. And so now we're right back to where we were. So we can come down here, and then I can come down here and turn off the drop shadow again. And so just X out of that. Okay, and then come down here, and then my teachable courses, and we'll just leave it like that. We'll click on done. Now that I have a section, how do I link this button right here to this section only? Okay, very easy. You have to click on the buttons again. You have to navigate to courses, where it says URL, delete URL, and then you type in hashtag courses. You type in hashtag courses because it says hashtag courses there, just linking this section to this specific section. And then you click on done. And that's really it. And so you want to keep going through each one. If you want to build your own custom page, that's all you have to do. And so if I want to do resources, what's the process, guys? You have to click on the plus sign, then click on control, and then change it to something that you can remember, like resources. Okay, and then we'll click on done. Now what? Okay, I want to add text and I want to add content to underneath this. I don't get, remember, you have to click plus again, go back to container. There you go. It's that simple. Click on done. And so you can, with this section again, you can start adding in new things as you want. So we can come down to say video, and we'll just upload video or embed a video. And so I can just embed any video I want. So this will be a YouTube video that I have set up. I'll click that, okay, and we can keep on going, plus sign. And there you go. And so then you have a bunch of different options where you can just keep going through everything. You can add in buttons, list, image, buttons, video, icons, audio, gallery, table, forms, timer, widget. It's really cool, really fun. And so let me navigate back up top there. Let me click on this. Instead of WCP, you know what would make more sense? It would be contact. Okay, instead of having this mail icon, maybe just create a dedicated contact page or a contact section. And so there we go. So I have this section right here, and so I can keep adding items to this. So maybe we'll add in some images. Okay, see how that works. We'll come down here, and so okay, so let me click on upload. Let me go ahead and upload an image that I have. We'll upload this image. Okay, so I'll upload this one of myself. There we go. And we'll click on accept. And so as you notice that it kind of copied this element that was already up there. So you don't have to add it like that if you don't want to. Again, you have your full feature of what you want to add. So if you want to add in like a gallery and so you want to have multiple images, you can go ahead and do that. And so we can click on untitled there, upload there. Let me come down here again. Where's that picture of me? Where's that? There it is. Okay, click on that. Now again, it has to be under 2 megabytes. It can't be that big. And so we have that image there. Okay, there it's one gallery. We can click on add and then just add another image as you want. Okay, and so I can come down here and I can just pick another image of myself. Okay, all right, I'll add in this one. I'll click on accept. And there you go. And so we come in the paintbrush and you have a bunch of different styles. You can change the width as you want. You can change the size of the images as you want, spacing between the 2 images, if you want to have the corners rounded or whatnot, margins, etc. So let me go ahead and click on done. All right, so far we have top section, quick course section, resources. Now I want to add in a contact page. So again, what's the process? Go to control. Okay, and so change this to contact. Okay, and then click on done. And next we go to plus sign, again container, and right here is where we can start adding in things we want. So I'll click here and I'll say okay, I want to add in a form. Now the form is great because you have contact, sign up, or a custom form. I'm going to leave it as a custom form. And so the recipient email, where are the messages going to go? Okay, so I'll just edge of David at Gmail. Okay, I'll just enter a random email that I have and I'll click on done. Okay, so now I can edit this form as well. So we can change here. We can change the fields by clicking this button. You can change the language and the color, the way this is set up. You can change with the paintbrush, you can change the different fields, button colors over here. So if I wanted to make this like a bright red, I could do something like that. And there you go. So now how do we set this up to be specific, like links again? All right, so we click the buttons there, and then next I want courses is linking to hashtag courses. Great. And so minimize that, and resources is going to link to hashtag resources. Okay, and contact is going to link to hashtag contact. Okay, and then we'll click on done, and there we go. So that's a nice like broad overview about how to structure everything. Okay, so now anyways, if I come up top there and we'll just say published card.co URL, whatever. So you can publish to a custom domain name or you can publish to a card.co URL. I'll just publish to a card.co URL because it's quicker and easier. I just want to show you what the site looks like. Now the title. The title is important because the title you put in here is the search engine title. So for example, like if I type in website creative pro, this is the page title right here. So like what you put in here is going to be this section of your site. So don't just put in something hi or hello or like give it some thought. So it's like I'll put in like David Yuki, page separator, YouTuber, and web pro, whatever. And then description. What's the description? Description will be this section right here. So again, you want to give it some thought and put in something relevant. Okay, so this is the SEO, this is the meta description Shun. I can't spell, guys. All right, so there we go. And so we can say publish to a card URL. What card URL? I'll just type in any random thing. Checking. All right, it's available. We'll click on publish. All right, so now it's publishing the site. Okay, so let's click on view site quickly. And there we go. So now it's set up properly. And so someone's to click on courses, then the course page comes up. We'll click back. We'll click on the resource page, and then this section comes up. And that's broadly speaking how you can set this up quickly and easily. And I really like this layout because you could just link to this from YouTube or your Instagram bio, etc. So anyways, let's back out of this. Now, one other little thing I like is like once you start setting up the hashtag area, you can come up here and you can manage your specific hashtags quickly and easily. Okay, so if I just want to view the course section, I can just come up here to the hashtag, click on courses, and now I can edit the course section without having to be confused by having all the elements laid out on the home page. Okay, so to add in animations is also easy. So just click this, and then all you have to do is click on the triangle looking thing and then pick on an animation. And then this will happen. This is what will happen when someone loads the site. And so we'll just click on fade in. We'll click on done. And then we'll click on publish changes. We'll click on OK. And now we can view the animation. So when someone opens up our site, it can do something like this. And you could do that with each of these items here. Okay, so if I click on this right here. So for example, we'll click on the box here. The whole section's selected. Okay, and so I can click on the triangle and say, okay, so I want this to blur in. And we'll click on done. And then let's click on play animation. Okay, so this kind of blurs in like that. We can keep going with this. We could just say fade to right. That makes sense there. Okay, we'll play the animation. There you go. So you can go through each one of your sections and change that as appropriate. So I can come here and click on courses, and I can say, all right, this will fade down, and then I want this. I want this section to have its own animation, etc. And last, let me show you how to publish your website to a custom domain name. So right now I published this to a card.co URL. So to publish to a custom domain name is easy. Just click on publish to a custom domain name. Now right here, you have your option to put in your domain name that you registered at Namecheap. So you can put it in as either www. Or you can put in the naked domain name. I personally recommend going with the naked domain name. That's what I'm going to be using. Now right down here, it gives you a bunch of different information that you need to put into your domain name registrar. So go to your Namecheap account and then go to your domain name. Then you want to click on this tab over here that says advanced DNS. Your advanced DNS will look like this. Now you have to go ahead and add a new record. So click on add a new record. And now we want to add in an A record. So we'll just take this and we'll just go ahead and highlight that, and we'll put in the IP address right there. And now what's the host? The host is this symbol, okay? So it's the @ symbol. Just do that. There you go. Now click it again and add in another A record. And so highlight this one quickly and easily, and we'll go back there. IP address, boom, host, @ record. There we go. And then the last is the CNAME record. So we highlight this, then we highlight this, go to copy, click on add new record. Then you want to navigate to where it says CNAME record, target our website, and then the host is www. There we go, www. And that is it. And so make sure to check the little check mark right here. There we go. Click to save that. Click to save that. And that's it. And so now over here, we want to navigate and we want to click on publish changes. And site successfully published to your custom domain name. And it says domain initializing, allow for an hour to complete. Totally normal. It's called propagation, and propagation usually takes about an hour. Okay, and once your site has properly propagated, it should be good to go. So here is my personal website powered by card.co. If we take a look at the page title up there, we have my name / YouTuber and web pro. And that is it. We have an SSL certificate and just everything's all set up. So I can click on resources and everything works as expected. Now, one little thing you may be wondering was, well, the site icon, how do I update that? Very easy. So when you're in your website, you want to click on the Publish tab right there, and then you want to click on the media icon, and right under here, that's where you can update this. So if you want to change this to something right here, you can just upload the icon right over here, and that is it. And so now you should have a good understanding about how the page builder works, so you can jump into any of these templates and quickly and easily edit as you want. So like, let me just go ahead and open this one up, for example. So like, this is my personal favorite. I think it looks fantastic. And so it's like, okay, I don't like this purple background. I can change this to a different like gradient or a different color, or I can add a different image. I know how these sections work. I know how to update everything. I know how to change titles, images. If I want to change like the specific animation that's associated with each one, I can do that, etc. So anyways, that is it for this tutorial. Alright everybody, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial video on how to use card.co to create a beautiful, responsive, one-page website. I really like card.co. I think it's very creative. Anyways, make sure to check the links in the description for any resources mentioned in the video. Explore the channel because I have like over 100 videos. I think you'll find something that you like. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble, so I'll leave it there. My name is David, websitecreativepro.com. See you next video. Bye-bye.